So again, the software window opens as such, and realistically, you could just go to your home, and you could just say, hey, you know what, I just want a new Spectra. You don't have to go through the flow chart. And then you can just auto ID it, and then you can just want it. And then you can just go File, Save As, and you save it, and you also export it out as a JPEG. Save it as our extension, .xsp, and export it out. So that's kind of like the quick and dirty of EDS. And now it applies to everything else as well. So, if the software window opens as such, let's go back to home, that's how it really opens. And let's go back to our four main features that we have. Spectra, image, map, line scan, Spectra, image, map, line scan, Spectra, image, map, line scan. They all do the same thing. Okay? So if I use my interactive help window, but let me just do something. Let me raise the brightness of this a little bit. Get a little more contrast, and get a little more eye level. Yeah, let me something like that. So if I want to use my interactive help and say, hey, I want to work with images, I go to the image properties. This is how requirement image. We're doing a 16-point average, 1024 resolution. We could go up to 4096 resolution, and we could do frame integration, just like your Amray had a buffer mode. Same thing, frame integration. So that's the properties. Great. We looked at its properties. So the next feature down is just acquire the image. So we just click on our camera icon, and the image gets pulled through.
It's faster than the other one.
Just because we have the time set different.
Yeah.
Probably have 1024, but a resolution of 4, something like that. So this one is doing 16 points. Yep. Now the most important thing for
that image going crazy over there.
because we take control of the scan calls and the video is just trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
Ah, okay.
Yep. So now it's getting it back. So the most important thing for right now, but realistically, you guys don't really need to know this because this is going to be communicating by the time I get done with this in my next visit. Not this next one, but the one that's going to follow that one. You have to input the mag for right now. So and you have to do this on your hand.
Right.
So if your magnification is 3675, you need to put 3675 in there. So this way, when you acquire the image, this micron marker that's here will scale correctly. So now with the right mag, this scaled correctly because we have imaging and measurement features in the IXRF software, right? So this needs, again, this value needs to be right. So okay, so after the image comes in, and if we start following the flow chart, I'm just going to kill the SCM beam again. As the image comes in, start following the flow chart, we have image annotation. So in here, we can actually, annotate the image, blah, 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 move that around to where we want it to be, right-click on it, change its colors just like before, just like with the Spectra window. You can actually come in and you can measure stuff, like, like how big is that, for instance. If you right-click on this, look at its properties, it's telling you that the units is in microns, also the precision is 0. So if I change the precision just to 1 and go apply, it'll go 6.5. It gives me 1 decimal point. If I change precision to 2, and so on and so forth. There's I can point to something, great. There's also, again, the measurement feature, which
That angle thing is cool too.
Yep, you can measure angles. You can throw that up there. Grab that end, and you can measure angles and so on. So that's the annotation feature. And if I go down to the next feature, let me just call it annotation. Let me just clear everything. Great. So I go down to the next feature, which is image morphology. As soon as I click on that, it throws up this histogram curve. And if I left click my mouse and I drag, left click my mouse, done. If I left click my mouse and I drag to the left, I paint a curve on that histogram. If I right click and drag the other way, I paint that curve too. And if I go to the extremes, it'll paint an extreme curve. So anyway, if I go apply, that's not good. Undo. Let's go the other way with this. Come on, rip from the other side. That's pretty good. I'm going to give it a little bit more. A little bit more than you said there. Let's go apply. So anything it sees sees it in white right now, it thinks it's a particle, right? And so this is a very base particle analysis software package. So right now, if it's saying these are particles, not great, they're not all particles, but in here I could erode, for instance, I could go erode, which gets rid of any border stuff, erode. So if I erode 3 times, I'll dilate 3 times and bring it back 1, 2, 3, let's say. So if it thinks that these are particles, at that point in time I can do a setup, and I can say I want to measure the area, for instance, or I want to measure the perimeter, for instance, or I want to measure, I don't know, the length. Throw this to the right, say okay, and I can just go through and go measure. And it'll go through to measure all those points, and it'll give you all those measurements. Right? Not a great sample to use for this, but
Now, I
Kinda
can't
get
read
the
that, are those sizes or just counts? Just
those are sizes in microns, so yeah, these are,
Okay,
this is 1.819 microns in perimeter, length, so it measured everything. And at this point, you could say, you know what, I'm gonna skip for 1 second, and I'm gonna go to this multi-point Aquire, see this? I'm gonna click on that, I'm gonna go add label, that just added that whole menu, and I'm gonna go Aquire, and this will go after all those points with the ES on everything. And save it in whatever directory you choose to save it. There's a little bit there.
so they do an EDS on every one of those parts?
That's exactly right.
Whoa,
So, you know, you've got a total of 106 points, and if we do it for 100 seconds, it's gonna be working. So you can change your dwell time to 30 seconds or 20 seconds or whatever, or you wouldn't have 106 points. Yeah, you would do a lot more filtering. I'm just showing you what the feature does, that's all. So I'm gonna clear the list,
enlarge the image.
I'm gonna clear that, I'm gonna go undo, and it brings back the image. So that was just morphology. The next thing is image segmentation. This would be like a backscatter type deal thing. So if I pick a color green, throw that to the right, the color this curve in green. Pick a color blue, throw that to the right, cover the rest of the curve in blue. So 52% in green, 41% in blue, and that's a quick phase segmentation. And then as we keep going down, we have image adjust, and in here it tells us again, it's a properties window. Great, who cares? And then export, and then we can export this out as a JPEG or I don't know, any one of these files. So that's the pull down for imaging, which is really straightforward. So if the software window opens as such,
Where's the histogram?